Alright guys, let's take a look at Luna Classic here on the channel for the first time. Now I do not personally have any Luna Classic guys, I will go ahead and say that, but it is actually pumping today. So let's take a look at some levels here and see what's going on, see if you need to sell or if you need to buy. Now nothing in this video is financial advice of course, but this is one of the main gainers today. So yeah, let's take a look. You can see basically it's been in a channel. Maybe we can extend this channel back even another week or so. But anyways, it's been hitting the upside and the downside of this channel. It did kind of have a fake out on the 10th of October, of course, but it did get back in this channel, and basically it's been, respecting this channel until today. So it is breaking out to the upside. Now, the most important thing here, when you're breaking out to the upside of a channel, basically you return to that point where you got in the channel. So I could extend this back, but it doesn't really matter. Basically you're coming to this area once again, it looks like. So there also is some resistance before you get there. That's one thing I do need to mention, and that sits at 0.000515. So you're well below that right now. I know it doesn't seem like it's well below, guys, but when you have trillions of tokens, you're well below it. So it could come up to this resistance. This is a weekly resistance. Keep that in mind. So it's going to be a little bit stronger, and it could reject. Now, it should go back to the top of the channel, though. That is the technical target of a channel breakout to the upside. So maybe it breaks it, maybe not. We have to wait and see and be patient. We do need to look at the RSI and MACD and things like this, and maybe make a decision based on those few things. Now here's one thing that is not really helping Luna Classic here, guys. The volume. It's amazing volume above us. So basically the point of control sits at 0.00008172. So again, that's well above this weekly resistance that I have here. And you can see this is a giant speed bump, as I like to call it, to get above. So once you get above about 0.00009496, you get to the second largest volume candle. Now, once you get above that, actually you take off another zero here. It's 0.00012195. So once you get above that point right there, you will go up a little bit easier. You can see you're going to kind of stair step your way up, but this is huge, guys. I just think, if I were looking at this alone, I would say probably you need to take profit right at the green line. Maybe you could even put it up to this white line, but I just don't think it's going to reach that. It may even sputter out right here below this candle at 0.00006951. So yeah, I just think it has too much ahead of it. But let's take a look at the RSI and things like that, and Bollinger Bands too. Now the Bollinger Bands on a monthly time frame, as you see here, are kind of going parallel to one another. Not really helping the price action, I would say. So let's go to the weekly time frame and take a look. Now we did have some narrowness back in the summer here. Now it is kind of widening here. This top line looks like it's starting to come down, but this is too wide, guys. I would say it's not helping the price action. Now on the daily time frame, let's take a look here. We do have a little bit of maybe a pinch right here yesterday, and it is quite narrow. I mean, you can see that this is for the most part fairly wide all the way back to end of September. Now September, it was actually quite narrow. But yeah, we kind of have a little bit of a pinch. So maybe a little bit on the Bollinger Bands here on this daily time frame. You can say that it is, maybe it's helping the price action just slightly. But for the most part, I would say the Bollinger Bands are not really playing a role in the price action at the current moment. Now looking at the stochastic and the RSI on a monthly time frame, looks pretty good, guys. This is coming up just now. It was dipping into this oversold territory on the RSI. Stochastic just about to cross the red line here, and it's pretty low. So yeah, it's going to make a move up here, I do believe. Weekly time frame, looking pretty good. Both were actually in this oversold territory and now coming up pretty heavily. Daily time frame, RSI is coming up pretty heavily, but this stochastic is sitting at 100 on this blue line there, so probably about to turn around. So it's a mixed signal basically. 4-hour time frame also coming down now on both, so that's not that good. The 1 hour time frame, RSI is still maybe slightly pointed up here. It can still go up. It's at 76, so that's not too bad, but the stochastic is getting out of this overheated territory and coming down pretty heavily, I would say. Now, 15-minute time frame, it probably is about to start turning around on stochastic. It's pretty low at the moment in the oversold territory. RSI can also come up, sitting at 61, so it's got plenty of room to move. So the 15-minute, the weekly, and monthly all looking very good, I would say. Middle term time frames do probably need a little bit of a reset. So I don't expect a major move right now. Maybe if there was some news, but I did not see any news when I was taking a look here. If we go down where news would typically be here in CoinGecko, there's nothing. So it's up about 31% at the moment and without news. So I would say if we go back and look at the chart, I wouldn't really expect to break this level right here until some of those indicators kind of reset with the RSI and stochastic. Now jumping back to CoinGecko here, it's the number 274 project. Like I said, it's up about 31%. The max supply is infinite. And guys, there's so many tokens here. Most of these are out, but you know, maybe we can estimate something like 75 or 80% or something like that is out. Kind of hard to do the math when there's so many. All-time high, yeah, 120 bucks. Never get back there, guys. Never. But anyways, the all-time low was about 3 years ago. So if you picked it up there, you're about 3,500% up. So that's amazing. But anyways, you know, it's hard to say where this is going to go just because of the number of tokens, and there's no max supply, guys. Now jumping over to Bitcoin real quick, you can see that we still have this head and shoulders in play. So I do expect, you know, an approximate 3 to 5 months, maybe making the shoulder before it breaks down. It has to break the neckline, of course. Now, if we see something more like, let me show you, it would have to look like this. Then, okay, we don't have a, you know, right shoulder forming, but we have to wait and see, guys. You have to be patient. I do think we're still a little bit in a bear market right now. And like I said before, I think this is going to be a short-term bear market, maybe another couple of months. But yes, we do need to see Bitcoin do something like this. And yeah, if not, I do think the bear market is coming. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with 7 exchanges. I also have 2 links here that are just referral links, guys. They are not partners of the channel. Also, Moodix is here. You can have a free 7-day trial if you click this link. And if you want a cold wallet, guys, CypherRock X1 is here. They're about to start airdropping within the wallet, so the wallet is going to pay you back, basically. You can get 17% off your order today if you use this link, and you can follow me on X here. Now, we have a couple of Ethereum charts to look at here, guys, and basically you can see that this actually came back to retest the top of this channel, and yeah, right now it is holding it. We do have a green candle on the daily time frame with Ethereum, so still looking good here. I just don't want to see this dip back in and close a daily candle there. So let's see what happens. I do think this is probably just a retest. So let's see. Now, if we go to Ethereum here, also, we still have this inverse, you know, head and shoulders in play. As long as it breaks this neckline here, the target is all the way up here at about $8,000, guys. So anywhere in this little circle is the technical target. Now, I estimate it's still going to take like 3 months for this to break this neckline. Let's see if I'm right. And that's just based off this left shoulder here, if it does something similar. Now, unfortunately, we are going back a little bit here in December, but we are still about 1.7% up at the moment. So let's see if we can hold this and keep this green. Again, we still have like 3.5 weeks here in this month, almost 4 weeks really. So yeah, we have a long time. Now, if we go to the total market cap, guys, look where we're getting stopped. We're getting stopped right on this trend line that we've been under for several months. So we've hit this 3 days basically in a row. We have not broken it yet to the upside. This is a major resistance, so we do need to break this. Now, if we go to the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, we have already broken this resistance, as you see, but we're not really moving right now. We are actually retesting, though, 1.25 trillion. So let's see if we get a bounce now. We do need to break 1.31 and then 1.34 trillion to the upside. Bitcoin dominance here is kind of getting a little bit of a red candle. Actually, yesterday it did get a green candle. It was red, I think, when I looked at it. It did get a green candle, though, yesterday. But yes, it just needs to, continue down here. I think this is still going to take about a month or two to get through this red line. Basically, this red line is the neckline of a head and shoulders, guys. Now, if I zoom out, you'll see this. So basically, this is what we want if you're an altcoin holder. If you're a Bitcoin holder, this is not what you want. So basically, you have the shoulder here, you have the head here, and you have this right shoulder here in formation. So approximately this red line, is the neckline, I should say, and the target is down here at about 50%. Now, Bitcoin typically goes anywhere between about 48 to about 39.5%, and this is the area that you probably want to sell your altcoins. Now, the USDT dominance, as you see, basically this goes back to June of 2022. It didn't get a breakout until actually last month. It is retesting the trend line at the moment and getting a little bit of a bounce here in the last couple of days, sitting above 6%. We do need to dip below about, let's say, 5.9% to get back under this trend line. And then, maybe I could readjust this trend line, of course. I'm just going to leave it where it is, though, because in my opinion, it has actually broken out. That's a bad sign. And, it could return almost all the way up to about 9%. That would mean we're in bear market territory. All of this is bear market territory, guys. So people were taking their money out of crypto and holding it. Altcoin season index has gone from a 33 to a 35 this morning, so it's starting to heat up a little bit, but basically the majority of the last week has been between about 35 to 37, so we're a little bit cooler than the beginning of this week and the middle of this week. Now, if we look at liquidation heat map, basically $290 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. That's not that much though, but still, we don't want to see it, go up too much, especially with the longs here. Now, going to the fear and greed, we're at a 28. Yesterday was a 26. Next update in about 13 hours here. Also, the bull market peak indicators were average progress at about 44%. 0 from 30 indicators still have been hit, still 100% hold. Now, Pi cycle top indicator is going up still. So this is at just over 45%. Yesterday was under, I think, about maybe a quarter or a half point, we can call it. And if you want to see the Pi cycle top indicator, this is really what you need. You need a cross here. So here you have a couple of crosses that I can show you, and this tells you that the bull market is over. So we do not have that yet. The last cross was way back in 2021, and if we zoom in here, it just looks like it's diverging from one another. And yeah, we need to see this orange line move back up. So right now, we do not have that. Now today, the most important thing is the PCE price index, and we do have other things like Michigan numbers. We also got personal spending. We got Atlanta Fed GDP now. We got a lot of things today, guys. Factory orders. So let's see what happens, but most important is PCE price index, and keep your eye on this. Now, if we go to Moodyx, we do have a positive day today so far. Sentiment is still risk on. This trend is growing, so the week has been great. The month also, it just started as well, just like this week, and the year is still quite positive as well. FedWatch Tools is showing about an 87% chance that we're going to get that quarter point cut. If we go to Polymarket, 92% chance, so that's a little bit better. And if you go to Trueflation, it's about a 2.45% inflation rate at the moment. Now, crypto bubbles on the day time frame is not looking too good. We only have a few greens here, and Luna Classic is not in the top 100 as you see over here. But let's just put this on the last hour, looking pretty good. So let's see if this turns into green later today after the economic data comes out. Anyways, guys, if you want to stake your Luna Classic here, you can go to Coinondo. They actually have 8 results here. Probably not all the results, though. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, please check out those links below. I do get commission, guys, but it's a very small commission unless you're trading hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars or something like this. Then probably I'm just getting pennies, really. Also, check out that cold wallet. They will start airdropping soon, and I'm not 100% sure when that starts, but that was about a month ago or a month and a half ago when they first told me about this. So Anyways, guys, I really appreciate those new members, and, you know, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you, guys.